Copy link. Right, I don't know what happened, it's kicked me, but we are underway for quali. I will put me into the race. So I have to retire. Unless I just like commentating drive. But yeah, we are underway for quali. Round Imola. I'm just trying to get everything sorted again, as it's kicked into the lobby and I need to sort everything else out again. Right, Casper started his lap. I'll just let you ride on board with him whilst I'm sorting this out. Alright, that's that sorted. Right, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't kick again. Hello, Sam. As Sam says, fastest lap 1:16.0 goes provisional pole. As I think Casper's going for another lap. As comes down to turn 1, takes the first chicane nice and easy. Takes the second chicane well and is 1/10 down his previous first sector. As he comes up to the blind left-hander, doesn't invalidate his lap. Now comes up to the part where he invalidated his lap time and he's done it again. It continues on this time. I think he's backed out now. Casper's really struggling in that section at the moment, as Roman is on his out lap. He comes round the final 2 corners. And we'll now start his flying lap. Can he beat Sam Stein? Can he be within Pimble and Sam? Takes turn 1 and 2 well. Not riding the curbs as much in the first turn. Taking as much curb as he dares to, and is a purple first sector for him, a 24.5. Now he's coming up to the blind left-hander. Got to pick the braking point well to make it round the corner. Don't invalidate you that time. Now coming up to a very tricky double right-hander where we've seen Casper during this lap multiple times, but he takes it well. Purple middle sector. Roman is flying right now and is on for provisional pole. Take as much curb as he could into the first of that chicane. The other flags up ahead is a little bit distracted from the Alfa Romeo, but doesn't impede it too much. Round the final corner, up towards the line, opens up DRS, and he's going to set a 1:15.8 and goes provisional pole with 11 minutes left. What a lap from Roman that was. Vin is now on his lap. What can Vin do? And the Mercs not taking as much curb than what we just saw Roman did, but is a purple first sector. He's got traffic up ahead of him. Will that Williams impede him? But no, he won't. Doesn't invalidate his lap, but continues on to the double right-hander. Takes it nice and well. Now coming up towards the middle sector. It's purple middle sector. This is going to be close between Vin and Roman for pole position by the looks of it. Unless Plimble can improve their lap times, especially for Plimble. Now, Vin has got 2 more corners left. Keep it within track limits, which he does. Gets really squirmish on the rear, up towards the line, and it's a 16.6. So it's only good enough for P3 at the moment. The only person left at lap time is Chaz. That is an incredible lap from Roman to, at the moment, take provisional pole, but Sam coming on a lap. We didn't see his first sector, so we don't know if it was purple, but we'll be able to tell by his second sector as he comes up to a double right-hander. Keeps it well within track limits. Taking as much curve as he dared, and he's lost all the time probably that he gained. It was a purple middle sector. Even with that mistake, it's very unfortunate for him, as Plimble now begins his lap up to turn 1, taking as much curb as he dares. Takes 1, 2 and 3 quite cleanly. Now round 4 and 5, using as much track limits, and he just went over track limits, but he didn't invalidate. But it's not purple in the first sector. As he comes up to the blind left-hander, pick your braking point. Don't invalidate your lap. Now to the double right-hander. Doesn't invalidate his lap. Keeps it within track limits and could be on for a good middle sector. It is a purple middle sector, nearly 5/10 up on his previous. 5/10 is nearly 5/10 up on his previous lap time, and is flying around Imola. Can this be a contender for pole position? He's got 2 more corners to navigate. He's well within track limits. Round the final corner, he gets good exit, opens up DRS, and is going to come across the line, set a 1:16.0. Close between Sam and Plimble, but it's only going to be enough for P3. Roman's still on pole with that 1:15.8, and he's gone out again for another lap. Sam will now come out for his lap. Chaz has finally set a lap, but it's only a 19.0. Yeetmax, who was in the AlphaTauri, is now at Red Bull for this race, I believe, and is not doing all too good at the moment. We're in his first race for Red Bull, but again, it's only quality we could possibly see a better race pace. Now, Roman. Let's ride on board with Roman for the final time before we spectate someone else. So, Roman comes around the final corner to start his possibly final flying lap. Up towards turn 1, DRS wide open, hitting 200 miles an hour with just over 200. He broke quite early. He broke really early going into turn 1. I wonder if he has backed out. He broke really early going into turn 1. Maybe he feels that his tyres are not up to his liking of temperature, so let's ride on board with Sam. What can he do? Can he take pole off of Roman? His rivals may get another run in, but Sam, if this is going to be his final lap, he has got to make this lap count. Sam taking 1, 2 and 3 quite cleanly up towards turn 4 and 5, the second chicane, and it's going to be a restart. It's going to be a restart, but Sam will know, but it's a purple first sector for Sam. It's unfortunate for him. This could be a really good lap for him. Let's just finish off this lap and then we'll oh, Sam's just given up. Okay, so we will be restarting. I don't know if we're just retiring. I want to get a better. We've got 8 people watching. Thank you to the 8 people that are watching. There we go. Okay, so we are leaving session. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, at the moment we've had carnage. But it's a kind of a good thing that we are restarting, because I would have been in a race and then had to quickly retire. So yes. So we'll be doing qualifying all over again. Now I just gotta wait for an invite, and then we can get back to it. So yeah, hello Sam, and hello to the 8 viewers that are watching currently. Oh, now 6 people. We've gone down. We've lost viewers. It's not looking good, lads. And it's getting kind of boring already. Commentating by myself. I'm lonely. Someone commentate with me. Oh dear. Just gotta wait for the invite, and then we'll be back in. Come on. How's everyone's day been then? Well, week been, even. I hope you all had a good Easter. We've got a race on Easter, to be honest, which is fine. I thought we would have a week off considering it's Easter, but clearly not. We are racing on Easter Day. Oh. And I cannot say what is being said at the moment. And we've got this lobby. We're down to 2 viewers. It's not looking good. 2 viewers only. People share the stream, please. We need to get those viewers up. Just waiting for everyone to join back. Wish I could race, but you know. I don't even know why we're restarting. Let me find out. Let me find out why we're restarting. Bosh. Oh, wait, have I put self-promo? Yes, I did. Jesus Christ, so many hitters. What the fuck? I think we might be doing one shot. Settings were messed up, so that's why the lobby got restarted. So I don't know who we're missing. Right, I think that's everyone. So I think it's going to be one shot quali. Maybe short quali. Don't know what's going on as of yet. Here we go. Oh, we're not even going yet. Oh, we've got 15 people now. So now we should be getting underway. Is it one shot? No, it's short quality. So the drivers have 18 minutes. Instead of one shot quality, we are up to 3 people now. Let's turn this down because I don't hear myself. Are you serious right now, bro? So who's going to be the first out by the looks of it? Going to be the Alpine of Malik. Malik will be the first one out, and let's just get everything else sorted. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Quali is officially underway for the second time. Malik will be your first one to set a lap. Imola is a tricky circuit to master. One wrong move, you're either spinning, going wide and validating your lap time, or retiring from the race. You've got to be careful going up into that corner that Malik has just gone past. As you can easily lose the rear, as we've seen Sam do on his previous lap, but Malik comes around the final corner and will begin his first flying lap of the session. Now DRS wide open and is flying down, reaching 203 miles per hour. Late braking, takes as much turning in the first chicane and runs a bit wide, but keep on going, doesn't stop into the second chicane and takes nice and well. Purple first sector is obviously the first car to set the first sector lap time. Up to the blind left-hander, late braking. Don't invalidate your lap on the exit, and he does him into the double right-hander. Don't lose the rear. Keep on keep the car facing forward and on track. Up to the second chicane, purple middle sector. And now he's just got 2 more corners to handle. Not invalidate, not spin. Keep out of the wall, and you will be home dry round the final corner, and will come across the line, DRS wide open, and will set a 1:17.0. It's quite a slow lap from Malik. Zemek comes across the line to start his lap. Luke will come across the line to set 1:18.1, followed by Casper 1:17.1. And then Isaac with a 1:18.0, but Klimble goes provisional pole with 1:16.4. Raptor rounds the final corner and will come across the line, DRS wide open, and will set a 1:18.3. As Chaz is on a lap, as well as Mex. What can these two do? Mex goes wide, doesn't invalidate at that time. Comes up to Mex struggling around this track. He's struggling in this Red Bull and around this track. Clearly not a favourite track of his. Chaz will come up to the last 2 corners. Been a kind of tidy lap for him. Yep, we haven't seen most of his lap, but he will come across the line. It's going to be a really slow lap from Chaz. 1:18.6. He makes the mistake 1:18.2. Sam's just coming out of the pits with Chaz in front of him. And Velocity will come up to a blind left-hander, rounding the left-hander. Doesn't invalidate us that time on the exit. Tight line. Double right-hander. Runs wide and invalidates us that time. Roman, what can he do? He's flying at the moment. Comes up to the second sector. Purple middle sector, 50.9. He's very close to track limits. Doesn't invalidate us that time, even though he ran a bit wide. Up to the last final 2 corners. Can he keep it on track? Look, another comment. Vin for pole. Highly doubt that with Roman, who's going to come across the line and set out 1:16.3. Vin is still in the pits, so he's not looking to go out yet. As what can Sam do? As he's now about to begin his lap. So, Sam, DRS wide open, flying down towards turn 1, reaching just over 200 miles an hour, reaching 206 miles an hour, late braking into turn 1, hits the inside curb turn 2, round turn 3, up towards turn 4. Can he keep it within track limits? Taking as much curb as you can without invalidating your lap and spinning a bit. It takes it really well. Purple first sector, as much curb on the inside, but not too much curb that you spin. Up towards blind left-hander. Can he keep it within track limits? Takes quite a bit of curb, keeps it within track limits. Up towards the double right-hander. Taking as much curb on that first right-hander. Taking as much curb as you can on the exit of that turn. Purple middle sector, riding the curbs of that final chicane. He's got a Ferrari up ahead of him. It's going to give him a sort of tow up towards the last 2 corners. What can he do? Can he keep it within track limits? Runs a bit wide, doesn't take as much apex as what we've seen other drivers do. Hits the final turn, apex up towards the line. DRS wide open and it's going to set a 15.9. Sam was a 15.9. And Vin is now coming out. It's a 15 again, 15.9 from Sam. Astonishing lap from Sam. We saw a 15.8 previously. But what can Vin do? Can he get amongst those top drivers and battle for the pole position? Has Vin prepared his tyres for his first flying lap. Looks like Vin's only looking to go for 2 laps around here. As Vin will now begin his lap, DRS wide open, flying down towards turn 1. Some drivers will be running more downforce, some other drivers will be running more straight line speed. He's got a car up ahead of him. It's very close. He's only reaching 201 miles an hour. Takes a lot of curb in turn 1, not much turn 2. Gets a little distraction from the car ahead, but it's all well in the next chicane. Runs a bit wide, loses the rear, purple first sector, even though he lost the rear on the exit of that chicane. Up towards the blind left-hander, braking as late as you dare, but you have to keep it within track limits. It may not look late on here, but when you're actually racing, it is very awkward to find your braking up towards the end of the middle sector, and it's purple. You've got to keep it within track limits. He's going to get a nice toe from the car ahead now. It is a Red Bull. He got very close to that Red Bull. Round the final 2 corners, not taking as much apex in that second to last corner. Round the final corner, DRS flies open, takes his tightest line, and it's a 16.4. So he's quick in the first 2 sectors, but it's the final sector that's letting him down to 16.4, only enough for P3. So Roman and Plimbull are the only other 2 drivers that can stop Sam. What can Plimbull do? Can he get into that 115? Takes much more curb on turn 2. Now into turn 4 and 5, rising the curb, purple first sector for him. Get as tight to the curb as possible, but try not to spin. Up towards the blind left-hander. Dropping down into 5th gear, down towards double right-hander. Keep it within track limits, which he does on the exit. Doesn't lose the rear and is flying towards the middle sector, purple middle sector. 4 tenths quicker than his previous lap time. Can he take that pole position, of that provisional pole position, away from Sam? And Sam is on his out lap, and I believe he's about to start his lap. Unless that's not him, but Plimbull comes around the final corner and will come across the line. DRS wide open, and it's only 16.0. 1 tenth slower than what Sam has put in, but Roman rounds the final 2 corners. Can anyone stop Sam? Comes up to the line and will come across the line. 115.7. Roman sets 115.7, is on provisional pole. Sam is still yet to set his lap as he's beginning his lap. I just saw your comment, Mason. Sam comes towards the second chicane. Purple first sector, 5 tenths. No, 500 quicker than his previous lap time. So will it be Roman, will it be Sam on provisional pole? He's got a distraction from that Ferrari. I believe that would be Roman, unless it's Plimbull. Yeah, it was Roman. Had a little distraction from Roman. Takes as much curve as he can on the exit of that turn. Purple middle sector. 2 tenths up in his previous time. He's got to gain 300 in these last 2 corners for provisional pole position with 5 minutes and 20 seconds left. Still enough time for another run for some drivers as Sam will come across the line. DRS wide open and a 15.753. 500 slower than what Roman put in. And Roman is currently on provisional pole. Malik is on the lap. Can he get anywhere near the top 3? He ran a little bit wide, but keeps the car within track limits. Malik not using the curb than what other drivers. He's got 100th. He's 100ths up on his previous time. Not using all the track than what we've seen other drivers use. As Malik will come to the final 2 turns. I believe he will have enough time to get back into the pits and have one final run, but he will come across the line. DRS wide open and set at 116.4. Not far off of Vin, but Yeetmax down in P12 in the Red Bull. Let's hope he can have a better race, because that is very poor from Yeetmax in his first race for Red Bull. They will not be happy if he has a poor race today. But Roman is going to come out for a final time. One final lap. See if he can improve his time and get pole position. Sam waiting in his pit box. Oh, isn't that? He's waiting in his pit box. As Plimble is also coming out as well. So Roman, one final lap for him, one final lap for Sam, and one final lap for Plimble and Vin. It's very close between these top 4. Well, top 3 even. Vin is sort of out of it, but unless he can pull an absolute astonishing lap out of nowhere, then we could possibly see him get pole position. But for now, it's between Roman and Sam for that pole position, as Roman will begin his final flying lap, heading down towards turn 1, reaching 203 miles an hour, just hitting it. Late braking to turn 1 on the accelerator, out of turn 3, up towards the chicane for the final time in qualifying. Takes it nice and well. Purple first sector, 800ths up in his previous time. This is a very good lap for Roman as of yet, up towards the blind left-hander. Not using as much curb and has invalidated his lap, so he will get enough time to set one more final flying lap. But will that prove costly for him? He's got a minute 40 to try and get that ERS back up. But Sam and Plimble's on the lap. He's 2 tenths slower than his previous time, not gaining anything. But Sam is going to get a lovely tow from the car ahead as he starts his final flying lap up towards turn 1. Takes as much curve, just touching that sausage curve, sort of pulling his car off balance, and he spun. Sam has ruined his final flying lap. Roman has got lucky, and it looks like he will be getting pole position in this race, or in qualifying, as he begins his now final flying lap. Flies down towards turn 1. And Sam has retired from the session, so he will not be getting pole position. Roman up towards turn 1. Taking the first 3 turns very nicely up towards the second chicane. Yellow flags of where Sam just retired. Chaz has retired as well. 700ths up on his previous time. So he is flying at the moment and will improve his lap time at the moment. Round the blind left-hander up towards, well, down towards the double right-hander, taking as much cover on that first. Now round, get a good exit up towards the final chicane. Purple middle section, 2/10 up on his previous time. This is an astonishing lap from Roman, and is absolutely flying around here up to the last 2 turns. Keep it within track limits, and this will be the lap of his lifetime. Round the final corner, keep it within track limits, just on the end of the track limits, opens up DRS, and we come across the line to say a 1:15.4 pole position for Roman Plimble on his final flying lap, 4/10 slower than his previous time, and is only going to be P3 for Plimble. Now, as we head towards the lower half of the grid, can Velocity get up the grid, or will it only be enough for P9? Sorry. Velocity rounds the final corner and will come across the line and will set a 17.0 and will go P6. Raptor will go P9. Just now Justin left to cross the line. Can he get up the grid, or will it only be enough for P14? I couldn't tell. I think P14 for Justin. What a qualifying that was from Roman, as he takes pole position of a 1:15.4, 3/10 quicker than Sam, who is in P2. Plimble takes P3, and Sam is in a Ferrari sandwich, splitting the Ferraris. Vin P4, Malik P5, Velocity P6, good qualifying for him in the Haas. Strielka in P7, Casper P8, Raptor up to P9, Luke in P10, Chaz P11, Isaac P12, Yemex having a horrible qualifying session, is down in P13, and it needs a better qualifying, a better race if he wants anything in the future in the Red Bull seat. And Justin takes P14. That is your qualifying, and we will see what happens in the race. I need my live chats up. Mason is going absolute ham in the comments at the moment. Oh my god. So Roman on pole position. Absolute flying lap from him on his final flying lap. Bit of worries from him in his car as he ruined his lap, but Sam bottled it on his final flying lap. So it will be pole position for Roman. So the drivers will select their strategies, the tyres, and then we will get underway for the formation lap. How many viewers we got? Oh, 8 people watching. Hello to the 8 viewers that are watching. I hope you enjoyed that qualifying session, because that was a very intense qualifying session between Sam and Roman. As the formation lap now gets underway. If you're on the medium tyres, I think it will be a one-stop strategy. Oh my god, Mason, Jesus Christ, chill. Enough with Vin. So yeah, the medium, if you start on the mediums, it'll be a one-stop strategy. If you start on the softs, it will be a two-stop strategy. Let's see what tyres the drivers are on. So, everyone's no one is on the soft tyres. Top three opting for the mediums, Vin and Malik for the hards. And then P6, 7 and 8 but all on mediums. Raptor, Luke, P9 and 10 on the hards. And then Chaz down to Yeetmex on the medium tyres, and then Justin on the hard tyres. Some people watching. So, Roman will have to back the pack up, otherwise his tyres are going to be cold as Chaz. Or is it Strielka? No, it is Chaz. Chaz is well back from the grid. Surely he's got to be getting penalty points from this, or penalised from this, because it's unfair on Roman that he's now going to have to wait at least 20 seconds, well, no, over a minute before Chaz gets in his box, because Roman almost beaches it on the curb. As Sam in P2 pointing it just past the wall as Roman is disqualified from the session for not forming up properly, as Chaz will now finally get in his grid slot. I'm trying to sort this out, but it's not working. We're going to run on board with Roman. 5 red lights, and it's lights out, and away we go for the Imola Grand Prix. Roman gets away well, followed by Sam, but Malik has had an incredible start and is up into P1 already. Down into turn 1, Malik is into the lead of the race, followed by Roman, then Sam. Drivers cutting the corner so they don't make contact with anyone else. What a start from Malik, up into P1 already. Vin has had a shocker of a start and is down in P7. Roman, I don't know what happened to Roman off the start. He just didn't seem to get away well. But Roman drops down to P2 as Sam and Plimble almost coming together. Sam battling Plimble for that final podium position. Both of them running wide, exceeded track limits. Don't know wonder if they got penalised for it, but they are battling side by side round into the final chicane. Very close as Plimble runs wide and Velocity's up into P4. This is absolute Caesars. Plimble's going to come back at Velocity for that P4 position, but Malik is under pressure from Roman at the moment. Strielka looking to get Plimble under pressure, but Plimble's putting all the pressure on Velocity at the moment. Malik sets the fastest lap of the race at the moment, but there's yellow flags behind of Yeetmex and Justin. Yeetmex has had a horrible start to this race on lap 2 of 32. This is incredible as Roman gets back up into P1 as Velocity spun. Velocity has spun and is down in P9 now. What's happened to him? I don't know if there was contact or if he just touched the curb, but he's down in P10. Poor, unfortunate for him as Roman is now up into P1 and Malik, after getting a absolutely astonishing start, is now under pressure from Sam. So that lead lasted a matter of a lap as he runs wide and makes contact with Sam, and Sam has been spun round by Malik. He's going to be absolutely furious with Malik. Not much, I don't know what exactly happened as Malik got forced wide, sort of came back onto the track, and they made contact going into the the second of the double right-hander. Strielka up into P4 and Vin has somehow made his way back up into P5. It's been a horrible start for the Red Bull lads as they're going to need to try and find their way back into this race. Roman sets the fast lap of the race of 119.4. We're up to 10 people now. Absolutely mad. Malik having a pretty good start, to be honest, up into P2 after losing the lead. After the first lap, he had an absolutely astonishing start, getting up into P1 before, like, way before turn 1. I didn't even see him come out. He just got off the line and just thought, "Do you know what? That P1 is mine. Thank you very much," and led the lap. And then until Roma decided, "Do you know what? I'm gonna have that place back. Thank you very much." As Plimble is now putting Malik under pressure on lap 3. What can Plimble do? Can Malik keep Plimble behind? Malik is known for his defense. He's very good at defending, but Plimble is hunting down. As we know, the Ferraris are the Constructors' champions from last season, so Malik is going to have to put one hell of a fight to keep that P2. Sam up into P6 and is looking to find his way back after Malik spun him round, but Plimble has now got DRS slipstream, not using his ERS, and will go down the inside of Malik and will get up into P2. Malik not putting up much of a fight as Yemex is all the way down in P14 and having a horrible race. Casper and Velocity battling out as Velocity trying to find his way back in this race, up into P9. As the race will now start to settle down, Roman has already got a 3-second gap to his teammate Plimble, but as we know, Malik was holding Plimble up. But what can Plimble do? Can he find his teammate and catch up to him? As there's yellow flags on the exit of the hairpin. I wonder if Chaz has spun on the exit, or there was contact between Chaz and Isaac. But Yemex it's now up into P13 as Justin is now boxed. It's not good. Oh, can't shut up. I'm commentating by myself. 3 seconds to Roman. Roman is having a cruise up in the lead. Malik in P3, still got that P3. Strielka not putting Malik under any pressure, but here comes Vin. That coming up to turn 1. DRS looking to go around the outside, but can't make the move around the outside. As Malik runs wide on the exit of turn 3. The first OBs on those. Then still trying to look to get past Strielka, but clearly Strielka's got the pace in the middle sector to keep Vin behind, but Vin is looks like he's running more of a downforce setup. He's losing so much time in the middle sector, but it's been a horrible race for Yemex as he's near enough 33 seconds. Well, he is 33 seconds behind Raptors, and if he carries on with this pace, he could be getting lapped by Roman and Plimble by at least lap 50, most likely. As both the Ferraris are now pulling away from the rest of the pack. Roman still keeping the same gap to Plimble. I don't know what to say. He's keeping the same gap to Plimble from when Plimble got past Malik. Malik still keeping Strielka behind him, but Vin still can't find a way past Vin, and is now past Strielka, but now Sam is all over the back of Vin looking to get past him. Raptors and Chaz are making having a scrap, as I think Chaz actually spun. As the gap is now 3 seconds to Plimble and 3 seconds to Malik. As G-Max is now boxed. Sam gets a 3-second time penalty, pushing way too hard. And now G-Max, well, I thought he was getting lapped on lap 15, but on to lap 7, he's now getting lapped. Red Bull will not be happy with G-Max. It's been I would say something. Do you know what I'm going to say? It's been an absolute shit race for G-Max. Clearly, the car doesn't work for him around this track, and he just clearly doesn't like this track. As Roman, lap 7 still got a 3-second gap and is gaining on that time. Because F123 hasn't came out yet. That's why it's F122. F123 will come out like halfway through the real life season. But Sam putting Vin under pressure and is near enough pushing him through the chicane. Vin getting very close to Strielka as they make contact. Sam gets past Strielka, but Vin making contact with Strielka and forcing Strielka to spin. But now Vin under pressure from Sam. Sam gets up into P4. Strielka is gonna be fuming with Vin and will not. I don't have a team. I'm just the commentator guy. I don't have a team. But in real life, Mercedes is my team. Sam gets up into P4, making a double move. Strielka is going to be fuming with Vin. And Mason still, even after Vin absolutely destroying Strielka, Mason's still gonna ride Vin's ass and pretty much gonna congratulate him. Strielka's now hunting down Vin, driving with anger now, looking to get payback as Vin runs a bit wide, probably a warning there, and will open up DRS up towards turn 1. Vin DRS slipstream, but it's not going to be enough. Sam's running, clearly running more straight line speed than what Vin is. And meanwhile, up front, Roman still slowly gaining the time to Plimble, but the Ferrari's in their own race at the moment. 5 seconds Plimble, Malik to Plimble, and I race Fridays and Saturdays, commentate Sundays and Mondays, but it all depends Mondays because obviously I'm now working, so, and like football and that, so it all depends on what's going on. But now the gap has rose to 6 seconds. 6 seconds the gap now. Kyle, I'll be on after this. Just only for a little bit because I've got work at 12:30 tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, enough of that. Strielka, Jesus Christ, Strielka. Not opening up his DRS, didn't get DRS, but he's all over the back of Vin. Will he rear end Vin? But he's got the Red Bull of Yeatmax and Justin causing carnage. This is commentating. Yeah, Kyle, I race Fridays and Saturdays, but on that now, Saturdays I'm in, as Justin is now spun his race up. Um, yeah, I commentate Sundays and Mondays, but Saturday in one of my leagues I'm in a championship fight is Emax is now spun. Strilka's dropped back from Vin. Jesus Christ. As Sam is now already, he had a horrible start and is now all coming up to the back of Vin. Not Vin. I don't know. Like, Mason, you've got me saying Vin too many times now. He's all on the back of Malik. Some people. Yeah, Sam, all over the back of Malik, taking a bit too much curb turn 2, causing him to get a poor exit out of turn 3. Sam clearly getting affected by the dirty air of Malik and is struggling to keep the car on track in the middle sector as there's yellow flags behind Umex and Justin having a horrible race as Justin gets another 3-second time penalty. But Sam is driving with anger. Malik got a really good start. Just a reminder that he got into P1 before the first turn on lap 1, but unfortunately lost it going on to the second lap, I believe. And now could be losing out on the podium, but Sam has got a 3-second time penalty. But we still got a long way to go in this race as Sam, DRS, ERS, I just had a brain stroke. Gets past Malik and is up onto the podium position. Malik tries to come back at Sam but can't, and will now be in P4, but now has got to worry about Vin, who is quite quick now in the race, but Malik still on the back of Sam. Oh my god. Oh dear. Malik still on the back of Sam, so Sam isn't pulling away as much, but it's now 5/10 the gap now, as Justin has now had another stinker on the hairpin. He's turned into the new George Russell in one of the other leagues and is now soon. I think they should just retire Yeatmax and Justin now in a horrible race. 8 seconds to gap now. Malik will get DRS and will come back at Sam. DRS, ERS, slipstream, gets right up to the back of Sam, looking to make a move round the outside, but can't. There's not enough straight for him, and will continue to sit behind Sam for another lap. Sam doing whatever he can to keep hold that podium position. Does have more ERS to use than what Malik does, but Vin, even though he's in clear air and Malik is battling Sam, Vin's not really gaining that much time on Malik than what he should be. Only now he's starting to gain the time, but Malik losing a bit of time at the start of the middle sector, but he will make up for that in coming up to the final sector as Taz makes his first pit stop of the afternoon, I believe. Hang on, let me check pit stops. Yes, he does make his first pit stop of the afternoon, as Malik is still within DRS range of Sam. Sam can't seem to pull away after getting past and showing great pace, but Malik still within DRS range. DRS, ERS once again down the main straight. Slipstream gaining up to the back of Sam, but still not enough straight. He was close on the previous lap, but still not enough straight. 5-second time penalty for Strielka for speeding in the pit lane, I believe that was. Well, he's in the pit lane, so he's got a 5-second time penalty, and Malik looks like it's P4 for him and will settle down into P4. But he will try to hang on to the back, but it's not going to be enough. Sam's got way too much pace and more ERS to work with. What can Vin now do? Can Vin find his way back into this race, get up to P4? Or has Malik got enough pace to hold on to that P4? What opening stint that was. Absolute carnage as Roman widens the gap lap by lap. The gap is now just under 5 seconds. And is now hunting down Chaz, I believe. Let's have a look. Yes, it is Chaz. As there's more yellow flags, it is Justin once again. Justin having a stinker of the race. Roman having, on the other hand, Roman's having a wonderful race. Keeping his cool, up in the lead, not making a single mistake. Or would that be commentator's curse as we come into the double right-hander? No, it won't. He continues on, doesn't make a mistake, keeps the car facing forward as Malik has got back into the DRS range of Sam. So Vince can't seem to gain any time on Malik, but Malik now starting to show great pace on those hard tyres. Maybe this is the phase where the hard tyres will be in favour of those hard tyre runners, and the medium tyre runners will start to face tyre wear. As the hard tyres will now be the favourite tyre around this time. That Plimble will now be the first in the top 5 to box on to a set of hard tyres from those medium tyres. Malik, DRS, very little ERS, and will not be able to get past him down into turn 1 with the amount of ERS Sam has. Malik back onto the podium, but Vin is not really gaining any time and is in fact losing time. As there's yellow flags, as it is Chaz who has spun. As Malik has dropped back to 7/10 the gap now. 13 seconds the gap between Roman and Sam. Roman going quite long on those medium tyres. I wonder how much longer he's going to go. Will he box this lap? He's still on 98% of ERS, choosing not to use that ERS at all, and just using his straight line speed as he comes into the box now to make his possibly his one and only pit stop of the race. As Sam will come around the final 2 corners, will he take the lead of the race, or will he choose to box and allow Malik? Yes, he will box, and Malik will take the lead of the race, followed by Vin, who will take P2 in this race. Oh, there's yellow flags. Chaz is out. Chaz is out of the race. As there's not going to be a safety car, but there Chaz has DNF'd after possibly spinning on the exit of the final chicane. Roman still keeps ahead of his teammate, as he's now in P3. Vin and Malik 16 lap hold hard, and will go very long on to into the race on those hard tyres. Vin closing the gap rapidly to Malik, has been actually woken up now and actually realised that he can be on to for a podium position if he gets a move on. Who knows, he could possibly be fighting Sam towards the end of the race. As there's yellow flag, sector 1, is that Justin once again? It is Justin once again. Spinning. Don't know how he hasn't DNF'd yet. But one DNF, one retiree at the moment, and it is Chaz, which is unfortunate. And Justin has spun once again. Please just retire. No offense, but just keep on spinning. You're really getting nowhere. You'll be lucky to get points in this race, to be honest. But Vin hunting down Malik. Not really, but still not really gaining that much time on Malik. Malik doing gaining a lot of time, possibly in the first and third sector. But Vin has got quite a lot of pace in the middle sector. As I just say that he's lost about a tenth in that middle sector. But they're roughly at the same pace at the moment. Is 2 minutes into the race. Honestly, F1 is tough to get a hang of, but if you've raced years like me and Santiago and other drivers, then you'll get a hang of it quite easily. It's only recently I've used no traction control, to be honest, so it's the first season I'm using no traction control. As Roman says the fastest lap of the race of a 1:19.3. As he's now flying to try and get back up into P1 as Luke gets a 5-second time penalty for speed in the pit lane. Roman not finding that much pace on those hard tyres. They are fresh, but clearly not finding the grip on those hard tyres to get those tyres warmed up and into his liking. But Plimble is also having the same issue as Roman. Can't find the temperature to get those hard tyres in. Right working temperature. They're not really gaining. They are gaining time, but not gaining that much time. On the front two are on 18 lap hold hards. And will continue to go on into this race, as we are now coming up to lap 20 of 32, just 12 laps remaining in this race, as Vin will box on this lap and will go onto a set of medium tyres, allowing Roman to get up into P2, Plimble up into P3. Will Vin get ahead of Sam? No, he won't, and will be down. Oh, actually, it's going to be really close as Sam sets the fast lap of the race. Oh, Vin is now down in P5. Can't get ahead of Sam, but Malik still on those hard tyres. Will that be a mistake, and will that allow Vin those fresh medium tyres? Will those fresh medium tyres pay off for Vin to get past Malik for that P4 position even? Vin has got to push those medium tyres as hard as he can if he wants that P4. As Malik will come around the final 2 corners. Sam has got a 3-second time penalty, just a reminder, and Malik will now box onto this lap. Very close to pit lane speeding, but Roman will now take the lead of the race once again and sets the fastest lap of 1:19.0. Followed by Plimble with 1:18.8. Can Sam beat that time and get up into 1:18s? No. Plimble will keep the fastest lap of the race right now. The big question is, has Vin got enough to get past Malik. No, Malik has actually gained time on Vin. Oh, actually no, the gap is still the same. Vin boxing a lap earlier hasn't really gained him that much time. But as we know, Malik will be on those colder tyres. As Vin gets 3-second time penalty for corner cutting too many times, and that's really unfortunate for him and battling for Malik is now weaving, trying to get those tyres up to temperature as quickly as he can. Bit dangerous if from Vin's point of view, to be honest, as he's now trying to keep his concentration as Malik struggling as Vin takes a bit too much curb. I had a voice crack there. Vin takes a bit too much curb as Malik now gets a 3-second time penalty, so we're now all even in between Malik and Vin, as Vin now within DRS range, coming down to the main straight. Can Vin get past Malik for that P4 position? Vin does have to beat Malik on track, but Yemex has retired from this race. But Vin gaining, but it's not going to be enough down into turn 1. He needs to get a better launch out of the final corner, be right up behind Malik. But has Malik got those tyres up into his working range? As Isaac's now got a 3-second time penalty. But Malik losing a bit of time to Vin round that hairpin. What can Vin do? There's a little distraction from that Williams driver, as he's now all over the back of Malik. Vin closing up as much as he can into the final chicane we go, losing a bit of time to Malik as Roman sets the fast lap of 1:18.6. Like, Vin has now got to get a really good launch out of these final 2 corners. Malik getting past couple of laps, he's got better launches, and he does it again on this lap. Malik taking a better line than what Vin is taking out of that final into the final 2 corners, and is doing enough to keep ahead of Vin. Vin has got to do better into those final 2 corners if he wants to get past Malik. But Sam, 10 seconds behind Pinball, and as he makes a mistake now. And this is, oh, Sam's DNF'd! What's happened to Sam? What has happened to Sam? Where is he? We can't see him, he's DNF'd from this race. But we don't know what's happened to him. Oh no! Sam, after getting up into P3, is now retired from this race. And that has allowed Malik onto the podium positions as we come down to the last 2 corners once again. Better line for Vin as he gets a better exit on this lap. Could this be the lap that Vin gets past Malik? DRS slipstream, not using his ERS. Now he uses ERS, flies past Malik, round the outside of Malik, and is up into P3. Malik doesn't want to hold the inside line, and Vin is up into P3 in this race. And with wow, I'm speechless. With 8 laps to go in this race. Oh my god, I need a break. As Vin's got another 3-second time penalty. Vin now has to beat Malik by 3 seconds if he wants to keep that podium. As Isaac boxes for a set of soft tyres. Maybe he was thinking that there's going to be a safety car, or I don't know what's going through his head with only 7 laps to go in this race, but he's boxed for a set of softs. Maybe thinking he's going to get the fastest lap of the race, as Malik will now come back at Vin. And it looks like Vin will keep that P3 going into the first couple of corners. As Tassie's discussion as Justin. I don't know what's going on with him. Jesus, he still hasn't passed Sam, who's DNF. That's how, oh, now he's passed. That's how slow he is. Jeez. But now Vin up into P3, but has actually got a 6-second time penalty. Let's actually check race director to see. I want to check race director, thank you. Incidents. So, Malik, where's Malik? Malik hasn't had an incident for a while. Oh, as we scroll down even more, this is the amount. Max has left the session. So this is the amount of time warnings. Click on the driver. Trying to find Malik. There we go. Few lap times. There's nothing. Anyway. As Justin gets another 3-second time penalty, as well as Strielka. As Vin still can't get away from Malik with 6 laps to go in this race, as Vin gets a really good launch out of that chicane. Show the penalties on the right. We're here to race, not incidents. I'm on incidents. There's nothing. There's nothing. Oh, penalties. Oh, well, I don't care about penalties. I'm just seeing like if Malik's got another warning, since Vin's got another warning. He's got to be really careful if he doesn't want to get any more times. He's already had 2 warnings after that 3-second time penalty. So he's got to be really careful now. He's on his final warning that also gets a 3-second time penalty. As Malik runs wide. Vin 6 seconds, Malik 3 seconds, Strielka 8 seconds, Luke 5 seconds, Isaac 9 seconds, Justin 17 seconds of penalty. That is absolutely mad. As the Ferraris, well, they're in a league of their own, to be honest. Roman looks set to win this race, followed by Plimble. Ferrari, after having a poor start off the line, is now just running their own race, minding their own business. Not really making that many mistakes as we just saw with Plimble. But everyone's going to have that odd mistake. But Malik has got to do whatever he can to keep it on track and not get another 3-second time penalty. But Vin, most importantly, has got to get 3 seconds over Malik and try not to extend track limits once more, as he will get another 3-second time penalty. What can they do? Will it be a P3 for him? Will it be a P4 for Malik, for him even? Or will it be a P3 for Malik or a P4 for Malik? Well, we have got 3 more laps remaining. Malik runs a bit wide. There's probably another warning for Malik. Let's have a look. Oh no, he didn't get a warning for it. He's getting very lucky with those track limits then. There's not really much to say. Is Luke on the back of Casper trying to get that P7, but he has got a 5-second time penalty. Raptor down in P9. As Justin is now, I think he left actually, so don't need to worry about him. Isaac on the soft tyres. Thought he could get a fast lap, but I don't think he has got the fastest lap of the race. As Malik has now dropped to 1 second now. Vin has got 2 laps to get 2 more seconds. Who's it this one? Don't know. Then he's got a push now. Push harder than ever. Plimble! 3-second time penalty for Plimble. He's pushed. He's got P2 comfortably, but he's got a 3-second time penalty. As Roman, with 2 laps to go, comfortably leading this race, and will go on to take the race win, to be honest, because unless something happens to him, he's got this race in the bag. And will go on to take another victory in this ILR season. As Malik has got back into the DRS range of Vin. Not long to go now. Who will get on that podium? But for now it looks like Malik will be on the podium, as Vin just can't pull away from Malik. Vin has now got a hope for a miracle if he wants to be on the podium. Either Malik gets another 3-second time penalty or Malik spins. But Malik is composed and is raring for that P3. So the top 2 is pretty much confirmed. And we will be in an interview with them after the race. But it's whether it's going to be Malik or Vin, as we are now head to the final lap of this race. It's been an absolute crazy race. Action everywhere. Haven't really looked that much behind us at the bottom. Plimble sets the fast lap of the race of 118.6 on the final lap of the race. But Roman, who actually doesn't have that much ERS. He's actually lost all his ERS somehow. As we head towards the on the final lap for Malik. DRS slipstream. Will he make a move down it into turn 1? Weaving, trying to find a way, but Vin places his car, doesn't move it. As Roman gets the 3-second time penalty now. Oh my god, he just had to keep it within track limits. But as it comes round the final chicane, he's controlled the race in his own hands. Lost it at the start after not getting away well. Malik took the lead of the race for one lap. Roman got past him. Roman will come across the line to win the Imola Grand Prix. What a race from Roman. Plimble will come in P2 as Malik has lost it. Malik has lost it. Malik is out of fuel. Malik has lost out on the podium. Will Velocity actually get P4 in this race? Malik has lost the podium. Vin will get the podium position. Malik will get P4. Velocity will get P5. Strelka will get P6. Casper is out of fuel now. Everyone's running out of fuel on the final lap of the race. Shoku gets a 5-second time penalty for unserved. But Luke has actually got up into P7. Casper, as he will get P7. Luke, unfortunate, 2 seconds he will get to gain. Raptor will come home in P9, and then Dustin will come across the line in P11. Wow, what a race that was. I will now start a just need to add Finn. To add, I've got Roman added. I can start a party with a close party. Wait for Roman to join, and I'll get Roman to add Vin and Plimble to the party. See if they're gonna join. They're gonna join. They're not. So Roman is your race winner, followed by Plimble. Vin will takes P3, Malik P4, Velocity, Stroker, Casper, Luke, Raptor, Isaac, Justin, Sam, Emax, and Chaz are all retired. If you could just add Plimble and Vin, because I've added them, yep, but they haven't added me back, so I can't invite them. Cheers.
Alright, added them. Wait. It loads. Yeah, there you go.
Hello, Plimble.
Why am I in here?
Because you got P3.
It's interviews.
You need to add me
Never
back.
been in this position, mate.
I added you, and then you haven't added me back, so I was going to invite you to the party. Oh,
Malik wants to join as well, if that's okay.
Yeah, may as
um,
well.
yeah, may as well. At this point, just get the whole lobby in.
Yeah, mate. No, we're just in a party with our full.
I'll wait for him to join, and then. Hello, Malik.
Yo, yo, yo.
Alright, so we'll start with Roman. So Roman lost the lead at the start of the race, and then after that got past Malik on the second lap, and pretty much just controlled the race from there. How do you think your race went?
I mean, very well. I don't think I could have done much more. I mean, I could have maybe had a better race stop, but at the same time, Malik's race stop was just incredible. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know how he makes them race stops, but they are incredible.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, I
you
couldn't have
just
done much more. I mean,
yeah, you controlled the race throughout the race, controlled the whole race. And yeah, like you said, Malik, I was even surprised that he got into like P1 by the time I was like, oh, hang on, where's Malik came from? But
he
yeah,
was on the hards as well. Right, what a race!
yeah, I was just like,
Fuck,
how has he got up
that's
into
mad.
P1? But yeah, there's not really
I
much
was
to
looking
say.
around, I was like, where's Sam? Where's Sam? I'm like, oh, here's Malik. Fucking hell, oh, it's so
Yeah,
funny.
there's not much to say with you because you and Plimble just controlled the front P1 and P2 throughout the whole race, really. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Didn't really have to spectate you that much. Um,
Yeah,
but congratulations on the win. And
thank
we'll head
you.
over to Plimble. Plimble, how did you think your race went um, from after qualifying P3? Yeah, obviously you are constructors champions from last season, so it's quite obvious that from going into this race that you had the advantage really after Sam really bottled his lap on in qualifying his final lap. Um,
Was that a question for me?
no, that was a question for, yeah, for Plimble.
Oh, I was about to say.
Like how did he just didn't really have much to do. Um, I don't know what I have to say. You Ferrari boys just it was just in a league of your own. Which is yeah. We'll just move on over to Vin then. Vin, how do you think your race went?
It went decent, I guess. I mean, me and Malik were pretty much close to each other all race. And when Sam decided to retire for some reason, I just tried to overtake Malik and worked. And we
Yeah,
stayed close.
was you worried at all towards the end of the race that you weren't gonna get be on that podium?
I mean, I had that penalty, and I basically told Malik, like, you don't really need to overtake me because I have that pen anyway. And
Yeah,
then he decides to go into low fuel mode, which basically helped me getting the podium.
yeah. You two had a really great battle all throughout the race, matching like for like pace, not really making a mistake, and congratulations on the podium after. How did you think you coped with the pressure from Malik?
I did. I didn't really look behind. The only reason he was close because of DRS and the straight, because my Mercedes goes very quick in the corners, but it's very slow in the straights, and Malik's car is the complete opposite. So it's basically all about keeping the good amount of distance for the DRS, and then just work from there.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, congratulations, you three on the podium, and then we'll quickly interview Malik. Malik,
Thank you.
absolute
Yo, yo, yo.
astonishing start How explain it
Yeah.
what went through your head at the start of the race?
Uh, I was thinking, I got disqualified from the formation lap. Car just went, saw the gap, went for it. I didn't want to get caught with the two Ferraris, so it was either best I stay out of the way instead of us all losing time to the Red Bull, because the Red Bull car is way more superior than anyone else. But I mean, the Ferrari drivers are just better.
Yeah, you got past Plimbull going into turn one, had one lap in the lead, and then lost it going on. I think did you lose it going onto the second lap, or was it on the second lap?
It was good. I think it was on the second lap I lost it.
Yeah, and then you had
Yeah,
a
second lap.
spell where you were in second for a couple of laps, and then Plimbull came flying up on you, and you
Yeah,
just stayed out of
I
the
mean,
way.
both Ferrari drivers are just incredible.
Yeah, and then they just drove away into the distance. How did you think your race went overall, to be honest, with Vin and
Uh, I mean, racing within is like it's every week. We always have a similar battle. We always tell each other, let's just keep it clean or stop pushing there or whatnot, just to try and keep it clean as much as possible. Because obviously the two cars are very different, but they're very equal on pace in a race, and it's very opposite. His car's quick in corners, like you said, and my car's quick on a straight. So kind
yeah,
of
so you
makes a good
just
match.
decided to take out Sam because you just didn't like him.
No, I didn't take him out.
Yeah, I know you did. It was like just a racing incident because obviously I saw he pushed you wide, and then when you came back on, there was like collision going into the double right-hander. He spun.
On my screen, I didn't touch him, but that's
Yeah, I
news to
did.
me.
I don't. Well, I was looking at a side view, so I didn't know if there was contact or not. But
Mhm. Okay. No, I'll definitely look straight away. I don't think I did. I would have felt it, and I didn't even see him spin, so I
yeah.
only knew because Jack said he spun. I didn't even know. So
Well, congratulations all of you, and well done for making it to the end. And I'll see you all next week.
Thank you very much.
take it
And
easy. Look.
Right, that's the end of the stream, guys, and I will see you all next week.